The Traxxas X-Maxx is an amazing design. It's fast, durable, and a lot of fun. It does, however, have a couple of issues with its design, and one of the biggest issues with that design is the relationship between the spur gear and the pinion gear on the motor. Most RC cars have a motor mount that looks similar to this. You have the motor mounted here, the pinion comes through here, you have the center differential here, and the spur gear sits here. These two pieces are basically completely locked together because they're mounted to the same piece of metal. The X-Maxx is fairly unique in how it has its mount set up. It has its motor mount, this is a M2C motor mount, separate from the spur gear shaft mount. Between these two is plastic chassis. Because of this, when you take big crashes or have hard jump landings, you can have flex between these two parts. That flex will cause the mesh relationship between the spur gear and the pinion gear to open and close. This flex can lead to stripping gears no matter what you do. One of the best ways to fix this problem is to run mod 1.5 gears. The tooth profile of mod 1.5 gears is larger than the tooth profile of a mod 1 gear. Because of this, they are inherently better able to handle changes in mesh. So when the chassis flexes, these gears can spread apart a little bit without the teeth getting so far apart that they end up stripping off against each other. The problem with running mod 1.5 gears is that you give up what's known as the Cush drive. Inside this plastic housing here is a system that's designed to absorb shock loads and help protect your drivetrain. When you get rid of it by running most mod 1.5 gears, you're transferring that shock load to other parts of the drivetrain, making it more likely to break those. Until fairly recently, that was your only option though if you wanted to run mod 1.5 gears. That is until MMM in Germany released this Cush drive compatible mod 1.5 35 tooth gear. This is a really nicely machined, high quality piece of kit, and it allows you to run mod 1.5 gears and keep your Cush drive. To me, this is the best of both worlds. Now, this is only available in 35 tooth, but that still gives you a lot of options for gear ratios. I'm going to be running this with a 20 tooth pinion gear on my 1100 kV motor. Let me go ahead and get this put on the Cush drive and we'll see what it looks like. Now, before installing a new gear on the Cush drive, you want to take this apart and inspect everything. This rubber piece here will degrade over time. You can see that there's some serious wear on mine already, so I'll be replacing that. You also want to inspect this pin, make sure it's straight. And then you want to take this apart, take the gear off, and take a look at your shaft. If this is bent, this will also cause problems with mesh and stripping. All right, got this MMM 35 tooth gear all installed on the stock Cush drive, and I think it looks great. It's a really tight fit on the Cush drive. I just had to draw it down with the 3 screws. Not a big deal, but something to be aware of. Now, MMM is a German company. However, I have the contact information for the gentleman that is the US distributor for them, and I'll be putting his Facebook contact information in the description so you can get a hold of him and pick one of these up if you want to. All right, I'm gonna get this put in the truck and we will take it out and take it for a bash and see how it does. There we go. The MMM 35 tooth Cush drive compatible Spur gear is an awesome choice if you want to go mod 1.5 and you also want to keep your drivetrain protected by having your Cush drive installed. Again, I'll have the US distributor contact information in the description if you want to pick one of these up. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe, hit that bell to get notified, and like the video if you enjoyed it. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks.